हेलो आयुष, हाय, हाउ आर यू?
गुड गुड। आप बताओ।
सब बढ़िया.
और बताओ क्या करते हो यार, आप ये बताओ पहले तो।
So Ayush, like I am an undergraduate in biomedical engineering, BTech करी है मैंने. And then I worked for few months with an air ambulance company called iCat Air Ambulance.
ओके
There I was the marketing head. And then recently I shifted to Scalar Academy, if you would be knowing.
नो आई डोंट।
And okay, so Scalar Academy is more or less like a tech university where we help working professional to upskill themselves. And I'm a part of business development associate there at Scalar Academy. And simultaneously, I am like trying to grow my YouTube channel. I had a YouTube channel long back, but then it was more of a daily vlogging channel, and I had to stop it because of some reasons.
ओके।
So right now, I thought like interviewing people, getting to know about their journey, what are the stepping stones in their life, and how did they make the best use of their college. All these things are something that will help the younger generation to grow in their own field. So that is why I think let's do a podcast where we interview a bunch of good talents in India, and we get to learn from them. So that is why, like, I was following you on Instagram for quite a long time.
अच्छा,
And yeah,
बट मेरा
and
तो प्राइवेट है अकाउंट। आई डोंट नो इफ यू वुड बी फॉलोइंग।
I think we are a connection in LinkedIn, but if I don't know if we are connection or if I follow you, it's one way or the other. So I used to see your Jan Tak show posts and few of your activities which you are posting on LinkedIn.
ऑलराइट।
So I thought maybe yes, Ayush is someone I can approach and
या
get to learn.
हैप्पी टू बी हियर यार।
So Ayush, like we'll just start off. So firstly, I'll just give an introduction about Ayush. So Ayush is a budding entrepreneur, and he's a founder of two companies, that is Jan Tak Show and Jan Tak Sarvekshan, if I'm right Ayush.
यस।
So the journey began when he was pretty young in his college days, and he did quite a lot of internships, unlike other students who are just sticking to the academics and who keep internships only for the pre-final or final year. But I used a lot of internships, and then he stumbled upon an organization called AISEC, ISEC, where he was heading the operations. So that's a short intro about Ayush. I won't explain it further, or I won't give a detailed interview, just an overview, and we will be directly listening it from Ayush. So Ayush, बताइए like आपका journey so far, starting from college days, like when did you start?
Yeah, so I was doing my college in Chandigarh University. I was doing a degree in big data analytics, but soon I realized that in my first and second year I wasn't being industry ready, though I was one of the toppers of my batch, but I didn't feel like that I was being industry ready. So I did a few internships here and there doing business development and all these things. Then I stumbled upon an organization called ISEC, where I led a team, where I handled operations for the organization. And then I thought I'll discover something new, but I loved doing sales in that organization. So I was made the vice president there. I was youngest promoted vice president in that organization, and we were the best team in Asia. So I really enjoyed my time there, and I did my college along with ISEC only, and I think I stood one in top 5 in my college also. So ऐसा नहीं है कि you give an excuse कि अब पढ़ाई नहीं करनी है, सिर्फ internships करनी है. I think you have to handle both these things. तो ऐसे था. उसके बाद I did a job in a travel company. So we used to take kids to NASA, US में. So I used to do sales for that organization as well as take kids to USA for that organization. So I did that. I was pretty good. I think I was the best employee there also because I bought the most revenue there. So I wasn't like feeling that I was getting a lot of challenge in that organization. I was earning good. I was doing good. So there wasn't any challenge. So then I started my own political agency, and we made a lot of campaigns for politicians, and we did a lot of surveys in their constituencies. Unfortunately, in 2020, I had started my political agency in 2019, where we had made a profit of 7 lakhs in the first 6 months only. But in 2020, initially the COVID hit,
Yeah.
and our field work was very much impacted. Sales went down literally in Jan Tak Sarvekshan. So I thought that let's try and create a digital income stream for the organization. Hence, I started podcasting. We have had a former finance minister of Punjab on the show, former agriculture minister on the show, and our aim was not to discuss politics in that, but some real issues like what should be the attitude of youngsters in order to get employment, because a lot of time people blame the governments and the bureaucrats for not doing stuff, but when I was on the field, I saw a different thing, that uh, people were also not ready to learn and embrace the change along the technology. So our show was not political, but it was more of a self-help kind of a thing, which we are also doing right now.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's really nice, Ayush. So, I just wanted to understand in your college days, because when I was in college, ऐसा था कि in my class, I was a person who was very much into outside learning apart from class learning, because usually engineering college में ऐसा होता है कि exam के 3-4 दिन पहले you start studying and you prepare for exams.
Yeah.
But जब मैं कॉलेज में था, so my main focus was you used to know कि ई-सेल ज्वाइन करो, एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप के बारे में सीखो, इंटर्नशिप्स करो. I've also done various internships, जैसे कि marketing, graphic designing, video editing. But at that point of time, my college professors and all, they're like, whatever you are doing right now, it is not going to help you, because जो भी तुम कर रहे हो, end of the day, it is about your CGPA that you are scoring and all those aspects. तो ये प्रॉब्लम, लाइक आपने भी बहुत सारे इंटर्नशिप्स करे हैं, एंड एज यू सेड इट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट टू टेक एकेडमिक्स एज वेल एज द आउटसाइड लर्निंग इक्वली. सो डू यू थिंक you also face these issues where the professors are not that okay with what you are doing and all those aspects?
तो यार मेरा बड़ा सिंपल सा क्राइटेरिया था. सो आई एम नॉट वेरी डिजिटली इंक्लाइंड वैसे, मतलब आई डोंट हार्डली आई वॉच एनी वेब सीरीज एंड ऑल अभी भी. आई रीड अ लॉट ऑफ बुक्स. सो जैसे ही सेमेस्टर शुरू होने वाला होता था, तो आई यूज्ड टू कवर ऑल माय सिलेबस पहले सेमेस्टर के, एंड आई यूज्ड टू गेट वेरी गुड मार्क्स इन माय MSTs एंड ये सब पे. तो माय टीचर्स हैड ट्रस्ट ऑन मी कि ये संभाल लेगा, क्लास में बैठ जाएगा तो बोर हो जाएगा. तो मैं मैम को, अपने क्लास इंचार्ज जो मेन होते थे, उनको कहता था कि आई प्रॉमिस यू मार्क्स, यू प्रॉमिस्ड मी अटेंडेंस. तो ऐसे करके हमारी तो डील सही बैठी थी सेकेंड से फोर्थ तक, ईयर तक.
Okay, that's really nice. Yeah. So like it was a mutual understanding between your professors and you, that if they are giving you the attendance, you will make sure that you're scoring well on the exams.
Yeah.
सही है. तो आयुष, अब बात करते हैं like after your college, कि जैसे कि हमने बोला कि you started a self-help podcast because of COVID, and before that you were doing Jan Tak Sarvekshan. So can you just quickly tell कि क्यों आपने ये डिसाइड किया कि हाँ ऐसा कुछ करना चाहिए, जैसे कि जन तक सर्वेक्षण एक प्लेटफॉर्म है, तो ऐसा कुछ करूं, या एंड देन कोविड हिट जैसा कि आपने बोला, एंड देन यू थॉट लाइक डिजिटली कुछ करते हैं. सो इट क्लियरली शोज दैट यू आर अ पर्सन हु वांट्स टू वर्क, हु वांट्स टू क्रिएट इम्पैक्ट. बट हाउ डिड इट स्टार्ट? ये स्टार्ट कैसे हुआ कि हाँ आपके पास एक आइडिया आया कि जन तक सर्वेक्षण इज समथिंग दैट, कैसा शुरू किया आपने कंप्लीट जो आपका है?
यार ड्यूरिंग माय डेज इन ए ट्रैवल कंपनी, so I made a few campaigns for some politicians and they really liked it. They won the elections also. तो उस टाइम पे मेरा कोई फुल टाइम काम नहीं था ये कि मैंने ये करना ही करना है. बट देन आई थॉट टू माई सेल्फ यार कि अभी तो मेरी एज कुछ नहीं है, दिस इज द टाइम वेयर आई कैन टेक मैक्सिमम रिस्क. सो आई थॉट कि यार कर देते हैं शुरू. सो मेरी ना एक पता नहीं से एडवांटेज का हो गया, डिसएडवांटेज का हो गया, अब मेरिट या डीमेरिट का हो गया. आई डोंट प्लान अ लॉट ऑफ थिंग्स बिफोर स्टार्टिंग. I jump into things and then I think कि यार मैंने ठीक किया कि गलत किया. तो इतना कुछ मेरा थॉट प्रोसेस नहीं होता कि कुछ शुरू करने से पहले कि should I do it or not. But yes, I made a good campaigns before. तो मैंने सोचा कि चलो यार कर देते हैं, ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा क्या ही हो जाएगा, नहीं चलेगा ना. तो बस ऐसे करके करा. बट ड्यूरिंग 2020 in January, तो तब आई थॉट कि यार मतलब if I have 3 full-time employees under me, एंड अगर उनकी सैलरीज निकालनी है तो आई हैव टू क्रिएट अ डिजिटल इनकम फॉर दैट आई फेल्ड. मतलब अभी तक वी आर नॉट जनरेटिंग एनी इनकम थ्रू जनतक शो. बट ये है कि वी ट्राइड आवर बेस्ट एंड वी गॉट वेरी गुड पीपल ऑन द शो. वील इवेंचुअली मेक मनी इससे, बिकॉज I have scheduled around 300 reels अभी YouTube चैनल पे और शॉर्ट्स YouTube चैनल पे. तो eventually I think this will land up in a good space. बट ये है कि I don't plan a lot of things कि ऐसे करना चाहिए या नहीं करना चाहिए. मैं आपको बताया मेरी ये वो मेरिट या डीमेरिट है कि मैं बाद में सोचता हूँ कि
करना चाहिए था कि नहीं. मेरा भी लाइक सेम गोज विथ मी आल्सो. मैंने भी बहुत सारे स्टार्टअप्स करे हैं. इनिशियली मेरा एक स्टार्टअप था कार्व्ड करके, राइट. वो मैंने स्टार्ट किया था जस्ट टू हेल्प अवर जूनियर्स इन कॉलेज बिकॉज आई बिलोंग फ्रॉम अ टायर 3 यूनिवर्सिटी विच इज नाउ अ टायर 2. बट देन वहाँ पे ऐसा एक कल्चर था कि एवरीथिंग दैट वी आर लर्निंग बहुत पुराना है, आउटडेटेड हो चुका है. सो इन माई फाइनल ईयर like my academics was really good. Apart from that, मेरा जो resume था because of this internship and the networking with which I did with people, वो मेरे को बहुत help किया. And I was one of the members of class जिसको initially अच्छा placement मिला, and then all those aspects I was really at a better stage because of all the things I did in college. So मेरे को ऐसा था कि ये तो मेरा एक कॉलेज है, इसके अलावा और भी कॉलेजेस हैं जहाँ पे ऐसे ऐसे बच्चे हैं जिनके एस्पिरेशंस बहुत ज्यादा है बट उनको सपोर्ट नहीं मिल पा रहा है फ्रॉम कॉलेज. सो बेसिकली द स्टार्टअप वाज टू हेल्प देम अपस्किल देमसेल्व्स. एंड इवेंचुअली अकेले शुरू किया था, 2-3 लोग आए, शुरू में बहुत जोश दिखाया, एंड देन इवेंचुअली वो लाइक छोड़ दिए, एंड देन यू आर द ओनली पर्सन. तो मैंने लाइक आई डिसअबैंडन्ड इट. उसके बाद थोड़ा बहुत गेमिंग पे ट्राई किया, ई स्पोर्ट्स एज इट इज ग्रोइंग. तो जैसे कि आपने बोला, मैंने भी कभी सोचा नहीं था कि करना चाहिए कि नहीं. मन करता है जस्ट स्टार्ट ऑफ, एंड लाइक यू सेड, या तो फेल होता है या तो ग्रो हो जाता है. एंड इवेंचुअली आफ्टर अ पॉइंट आई डिसाइडेड कि जो मेरा पहला प्रॉब्लम स्टेटमेंट था, अपस्किलिंग पीपल, स्टूडेंट्स हु आर इन टायर 3 कॉलेज, वो एक नेवर एंडिंग प्रॉब्लम है बिकॉज ऑल द पीपल हु आर करंटली जो ऑनलाइन ई प्लेटफॉर्म्स, एजुकेशन प्लेटफॉर्म्स, दे ऑल चार्ज समथिंग. एंड all the time it is not the situation कि जो टायर 3 के कॉलेज के बच्चे हैं they can afford those courses. So that is why we redesigned the CAFT concept and we started I started it again from scratch, and because I thought कि मेरे को करना चाहिए, I shouldn't take a step back because I'm alone. So I made a platform where the learning is free and then you pay eventually whatever you feel like paying based on how good quality of content you have learned. So it is up to you, up to the students on how much they can afford, they can pay off after the certification. So obviously we provide a certificate in the end of the course and all those aspects. And right now I have luckily got 2 to 3 people who are working behind this, and it is growing well now. So जैसे कि आपने बोला, या तो स्टार्ट करके वो ग्रो हो जाता है या तो it just dies off, but there is a lot of learning that happens in the process. Right? So I just want to ask you also, Ayush, कि in your college days आपने और कोई startups के ऊपर काम किया है कि जनतक शो was your first, जन तक सर्वेक्षण was your first venture, और उसके पहले कि आपने कुछ ट्राई किया है which didn't work out for you?
Not really यार. मतलब this was my first thing and मतलब ऐसे था कि I wanted to give it a go. ऐसे नहीं है कि I just wanted to try it for 6 months and then leave it. So I've given it a go till now. We are working like it's been 3 years. So ऐसा नहीं है कि मतलब I try a lot of things. बस ये है कि जो भी फिर मैं decide कर लूँ वो अच्छे से करता हूँ.
Okay, understood. So it's been 3 years from the time you have started Jan Tak Sarvekshan and 2.5 years Jan Tak Show. So are you currently pursuing it as a full time और कि simultaneously आप कहीं काम भी कर रहे हैं so that?
नहीं, अभी तक तो नहीं कर रहा हूँ काम, but I am thinking of applying मतलब masters के लिए to US. So I'm thinking to do that.
So you have employees right now in your current organization?
So I don't have a full-time employee. We मतलब get employees as per the project we get.
Okay.
Because there's uncertainty in revenue, so I can't hire full-time employees as of now.
Okay, understood. Now let's talk about college days because everyone miss their college days. So can you tell me a few of your best memories that you had in college? कि हाँ, ये ऐसा अच्छा, बहुत अच्छा टाइम था जो कि कॉलेज में मेरे को मिला.
To be very honest, मेरे कॉलेज डेज में कोई इतना अच्छा है नहीं क्योंकि मैं कॉलेज बहुत कम गया हूँ. मतलब very few memories I have from college.
हाँ
बट ये होता था कि एज इन मेरा एक दोस्त होता था, वो भी पहले ही पढ़ के आता था सब कुछ, तो वी यूज्ड टू गो इन एग्जाम्स और हाफ टाइम पे ही निकल के आ जाते थे, एंड देन वी यूज्ड टू टॉक देयर, सो एवरीवन यूज्ड टू थिंक कि यार ये करते क्या है, इनका कोई सेटिंग शूटिंग है, ये सब है। तो ऐसा कुछ है नहीं,
Understood.
ऐसा कुछ था नहीं, बट मतलब वो एक वो था कि मेरे को किक देती थी वो मेमोरी।
Okay. And any learnings in your college days की life learning जो आपने सीखी हो कॉलेज में?
कॉलेज में आई थिंक यू लर्न अ लॉट हाउ टू डील विद डाइवर्सिफाइड पीपल फ्रॉम डिफरेंट कल्चर्स, so I think that I learned how to deal with people who are from different cultures, so this is one learning from college.
Okay, understood. And Ayush, like, did you ever aim for the college placements, or it was always like कि मेरे को खुद का कुछ स्टार्ट करना है? And so because why I'm asking this is because जैसे कि इंडिया में एक बहुत बहुत बार ऐसा होता है कि like right now मैं एक बायोमेडिकल इंजीनियरिंग अंडर ग्रेजुएट हूँ. Even my parents say sometime कि पढ़ा बायोमेडिकल इंजीनियरिंग है, कर सेल्स रहा है, so there is no interrelation between these. So what is your opinion on that? कि do you think कि अगर आपने मैकेनिकल इंजीनियरिंग में परस्यू किया है तो इट इज इम्पोर्टेंट फॉर यू टू स्टे इन द सेम डोमेन, एंड दैट इज व्हाई आई आस्क्ड यू कि जब आप कॉलेज में थे डिड यू एम फॉर द प्लेसमेंट्स की था कि नहीं मेरे को कुछ और ही करना है अकॉर्डिंग टू माय लाइक्स एंड थिंग्स?
सो आई डोंट थिंक सो कि कोई भी बच्चा इतना अवेयर होता है उस टाइम पे कि उसे क्या करना है, वी जस्ट डू इट क्योंकि हमें आसपास से या जो भी हमारी एक्सटर्नल सर्कमस्टांसेस या वैलिडेशन होती है तो उस हिसाब से हम कर लेते हैं अपनी डिग्री, बट आई डोंट थिंक सो कि हमें स्टिक थ्रू करना चाहिए उसी डोमेन में अगर हमें पसंद नहीं है, अगर पसंद है तो डेफिनेटली यू शुड। सो माय प्लेसमेंट के रिगार्डिंग आई वाज मतलब पहले से ही प्लेस्ड विद अ वेरी गुड पैकेज, मतलब थ्रू माय वर्क इन आईसेक, तो उसके बाद आई गॉट हायर्ड बाय ए ट्रैवल कंपनी वेयर आई यूज्ड टू ट्रैवल टू यूएसए एंड लाइक डू सेल्स फॉर द कंपनी, तो आई गॉट दैट जॉब not on campus but off campus through my own efforts in ISEC. So मैं जब तक मतलब बच्चों की प्लेसमेंट स्टार्ट हो रही थी तो मेरी आई वाज ऑलरेडी वर्किंग विद दैट एड ट्रैवल कंपनी, सो आई डोंट मतलब जब फॉर्म आया था तो आई वाज ऑलरेडी प्लेस्ड, तो आई डिडंट एनरोल इन प्लेसमेंट्स.
Okay, but then again you said you did big data analytics if I'm not wrong.
Yeah.
But then the job that you were doing it was into sales, right?
Yeah.
So do you
जो आप बिजनेस डेवलपमेंट कर रहे हो मैं भी वही.
Yeah. So do you think like there is a not difference, do you think like it was a good decision that you made कि आपने जो आपने पढ़ा है जैसे कि डेटा एनालिटिक्स ना परस्यू करते हुए you took up the business development associate का role and then you like started working there, so do you think that was a bad decision that you took or do you think it was a really good decision and you are always proud of it?
No, yaar, I'm always proud of it. I learned a lot of new things from sales. मतलब not that role, but ISEC maybe I was doing sales, so I'm very proud of my decision that my sales, मतलब my love for sales got discovered during those two roles. So I have
Absolutely, that I am also currently doing sales only, but then the amount of learning that I am getting from sales, now I am a person who likes interacting with people. So that is again because I am good at interacting with people. Cold calling is something that everyone won't like doing it. And they join sales because there is a lot of money. Yes, obviously there is a lot of money and there is a lot of learning that happens. But again, ये बहुत बार होता है कि when you tell someone कि हाँ मैं sales कर रहा हूँ, so they are like दिन भर ट्रैवलिंग करना पड़ता है and like parents also feel like it's a very tedious job, but people underestimate the learning that you are getting from that specific domain.
And so, I think the contacts you make through sales is incredible.
Like you said, networking is basically network is your net worth that people say, but yeah, again sales is a really good domain to pursue, but again like people so many times they underestimate the profession ki sales is something which is very tiring and all those aspects.
I think because you face a lot of failures on a day-to-day basis, that's why people like resist facing failures. I think sales is one of the best professions. I think तुम cold calling में इतना सीख जाते हो लाइफ के बारे में कि not everything happens according to you.
Exactly.
And some help comes मतलब if you have put sincere efforts in your sales, तो वो तुम्हें पता नहीं होता कहाँ से आती है हेल्प, बट आ जाती है वो. तो दिस इज व्हाट
Exactly.
आई हैव लर्नड अबाउट सेल्स. आई डोंट नो मतलब व्हाट्स योर एक्सपीरियंस, बट मेरा तो ये है.
No, no, same only. So, like, the जो मेरा ट्रेनिंग बैच था सेल्स में, like, this is the first time I am entering sales, right? So I'm a fresher, and मेरे साथ जो टीम में थे, they all were like having, let's say, 7 years of experience, 6 year of experience, and they have shifted from other good edtech platforms. तो when I joined, मेरे को ऐसा था कि यार, can I be able to do it? मेरे से होगा, because they all are very experienced and I'm very new. And I don't know how to cold call, even though I can talk to people, but because we have a notion, मेरे साथ भी ऐसा बहुत बार हुआ है कि when someone calls from specific company, we're like, I'm not interested and we'll cut the call. So that time I was like, मेरे साथ भी ये होगा, so how should I be prepared? So I was pretty focused, कि on an everyday basis, if you are giving in your inputs, even though you will have a lot of rejections, eventually the results, you start seeing the results by a week or two. So yeah, right now I don't feel it is very tiring job. It is going really well. I'm enjoying it. I'm getting time to do as other things also in my life which I want to pursue. So again, like you said, there is a lot of learning that happens, and again you learn a lot of things about life as well.
Absolutely.
Now, Ayush, like about books, you said you read a lot of books. Any
Yeah.
3 books that you can suggest which have impacted your life a lot?
So the first one is the Bhagavad Gita by
Okay.
Paramahansa Yoganand ji. So it's a 2-volume book. I read it in 2020 क्योंकि बिल्कुल ही फ्री हो गया था मैं. I think that's one of the best books that I've read. Apart from that, I've read, I would suggest Atomic Habits by James Clear. It's one of the, I really love the writing style. It's simple, crisp, and clear. The third one I would suggest is The Buddha and the Badass by Vishen Lakhiani. He's the founder of Mind Valley.
Okay, Mind Valley.
So it's a very good book and it's a very underrated book. उनकी first book hit हुई है, ये इतनी hit नहीं हुई book, but मेरे को ये काफी better लगी. I would really suggest someone to read this.
Fine. Like I'm a person who enjoys reading as well. I recently started reading. इसके पहले तो I was एक दो पेज पढ़ो, I used to get bored. But then eventually, like I started reading with sales book. Sales में कैसे improve किया जाए. And then eventually I thought of trying other books. And out of that, my first book was Atomic Habits by James Clear. Yes. So like you said, it made me realize how small habits create to a big change in your life. And like you said, the readings are very crisp and simple to understand. Anyone can give it a read. So I would like to read, the last book which you suggested. Can you come again?
The Buddha and the Badass by Vishen Lakhiani.
The Buddha and the Badass. Fine. I'll give it a read because, I always like to ask people if they are into reading, because books are something that really impacts life, right? So I always ask people what are the books that have helped them grow and affected their life, so that I can also reap the benefits from theirs. So that is why I asked you the specific question.
Yeah, so I generally think that for reading habit to develop, you should first read things that you love. And after that, you should switch to particular set of books. But मेरे हिसाब से, if you want to develop a reading habit, you should read something which interests you, or something which is of your domain that you'd love to know about. And after that, you can switch to these conventional books.
Sure. That's really helpful. And apart from that, I was, like you said, you are not into web series and documentaries and all those aspects. So right now also still it's the same. Like, reason why I'm asking is because so many people go to, after a very tiring day, would be watching some documentaries or movies. So what is your go-to for relaxing or just to chill after your work, apart from reading, obviously?
So I generally like to go and spend some time in nature and eat some good food out. I generally do that, and it's not that I don't watch web series at all, but I watch one or two in a year. So I watched one yesterday on Netflix, which is Return to Space. It's of Elon Musk.
Yeah, the documentary.
So it's a very nice documentary. I had heard good reviews about it. Wasn't getting time to see it, but I finally saw it yesterday. So
Okay.
these are my activities. Like I like to spend time in nature and have some good food and coffee outside.
Also, Ayush, like, are you into meditation? Because nowadays people are getting aware about it, and
Yeah.
like I feel that some people are doing is just because of a FOMO, because meditation is a booming word. Everyone is using these terms, and just for the sake they say that I do meditation. But want to ask you, like, are you into meditation? Do you meditate?
Yeah. So I have been regularly meditating for the past 2 years. I
Okay, and
Yeah.
has it affected your life?
Yes, it has made me a lot calm, and it has made me more quiet in my life in a good way. And I generally focus things which really matter to me. So these things generally help you. And I've been very consistent. I haven't like missed. I don't think so. I have missed a single day in the past 2 years.
So, Ayush, again, one more question. When you say that you didn't miss out, so what was that one thing that So, when I started meditating, it was very difficult for me to even focus for 5 minutes. तो जब 5 मिनट ही अच्छे से तुम meditate नहीं कर पाओ तो daily वाला becomes very difficult. So, what was the trick that you used कि हाँ every day जिससे आप consistent थे in meditation? And because I feel जब तक कि आप consistent नहीं रहोगे, you don't start seeing the results. So that is why any suggestion or a tip that you would like to give everyone, how you can be consistent while you are starting to meditate.
So before 2020, I was like on and off reading about meditation and trying a few spiritual practices, but it wasn't like coming through. And I also used to quit after a week or a 15-day course. But eventually, मतलब जब कोविड लॉकडाउन हुआ तो आई थॉट कि यार अब 3 महीने तो घर पे हैं, मैं इसको अच्छे से आई गिव इट अ गो. अगर नहीं होएगा तो आई वोंट डू इट अगेन. मतलब आई वोंट ट्राई मेडिटेशन अगेन. So but matlab, things started got getting better, and eventually my focus improved. Things which I could control, I like i I did all the things which I should have done during meditation. Did a few courses of Sadhguru, and I think that got me on track. So these things, but I am a firm believer that these things stick when the grace comes. Aise you can't like, you can give it a go, but I generally think कि ये तभी होता है जब होना होता है. तो you don't have to like take a lot of tension कि हो रहा है कि नहीं
Oh,
हो रहा
like,
है.
yeah. So like as you go, you will start seeing the results when the right time comes.
Yeah, मेरे हिसाब से I
Yeah.
मतलब I am not a very मतलब expert in this.
From your learnings, from your experience. Right. So Ayush, like, and about your future, like what is the plan that you have for next 1 to 2 years for Jan Tak Show and Jan Tak Sarvekshan?
So for Jan Tak Show, we have scheduled 300 reels. Like I would ideally want, we have like cut 700 reels for the show, and we'll be posting one shot every day on our YouTube channel. So that gets sorted. I want to do my masters during that 1 year. तो एक बारी वो करके and then I'll see कि कैसे इसको take forward करना है. But अभी तक तो यही plan है कि one shot per day, and we have been doing it for the past 3 months consistently. Every day there's one shot on our channel. So I there's no, so मैंने जैसे कहा कि मैं प्लान नहीं करता चीजें. तो
Yeah, true.
so the thing is I'll just do my masters इसके बाद, and then I'll see कि what's up with these two organizations.
So these 300 reels you have prepared on your own, Ayush, or there are like other people?
I have edited. So past 2-3 months I was editing about 700 reels on my own, and I have edited it on my channel. Yeah.
So you have recorded it yourself and you have edited it?
Yeah. No, not my. I haven't recorded it, but these are the reels which are from the podcast before. So I've just compiled the content. Yeah.
Again, like, I hope it will take a lot of hard work, because making 300 reels, editing them is a really tedious job. So yeah, and yeah, that's about it, Ayush. But just wanted to know, quickly understand your journey so far. just a small feedback or a suggestion that you can give to the young entrepreneurs, because what I feel, even though I can take example of myself, when I started Carved, because no one was around me, I just quitted it and started something new, again quitting. So lot of times happen कि जो नए startup entrepreneurs हैं, they have a good ideas, but eventually start बड़े जोश से करते हैं, and then eventually because lack of support, because lack of motivation, they quit. So any suggestion for them on how they can keep improvising on their startup ideas so that they can nurture the startup idea that they have?
Yeah, so my suggestion would be कि things will not go according to the plan. So ये एक अपने दिमाग में बिठा के चल लो. अगर तो ये बिठा ली, फिर मतलब if you keep going and executing with the change, things will start getting better. But don't expect things to go according to your plan. So this will be my advice to them.
Okay, that's really nice, Ayush. Anything from your side that you would like to ask me or get to know about? Anything before you end this podcast?
So you didn't tell me which book have you started to read.
Okay, so my first book was How to Not Give a There's a book, Subtle.
Yeah, I know.
That book I have read, and there is a really good book from Ankur Warikoo, which is Do Epic Shit, where he is talking about his journey in life so far, the learnings that he have got. And the third and the most favorite book of mine would be The Almanac of Naval Ravikant. So these are my three favorite books. So my thing is, I don't read a book completely. I will start reading it, and where I feel that yes, I have learned a lot, I will just switch the book so that even I also don't get bored with the same book. But then again, when I'm bored with the second book, I'll come back to the first book and I'll continue from where I stopped. So in that way, I'm able to read multiple books and complete multiple books and learn from it at the same time.
Nice.
Okay, thanks Ayush. Thanks for accepting my invitation for the short podcast.
Thank you so much for having me.
Sure, we'll be in touch, and it was really nice networking with you over LinkedIn as well. So hope to be in touch, and I wish you all the best for your masters and for your startup as well.
Thank you so much. Wishing you the same thing.
Thank you.